Okay. Okay. Hold on a second. How does that look there? How does that look? How does that look? What are we doing? What are we doing? Hello. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, 15-second delay or 20-second delay. Hello, everybody. I'm surrounded by wires here. I apologize to everybody. Today's show's going to be impossible. It's impossible. I'm crumbling. I've got a gig tonight. If you want to come to my gig, it's in Balham. I got to find out where it is. It's in Balham. I just hooked up the light to this thing to make it seem a bit classier. Is that? I don't know why it's always spread this way. There you go. Nice shirt, Lewis. How was last night's show? It wasn't what do you mean? What show was it last night? I went to see the football game afterwards. That wasn't really a show. I went to see Millwall play Crystal Palace. And they're both on our team. Can you hear me? Let's get the thing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That should be over there. There we go. I've spent an hour with Kermit looking at the screen, and the screen looks pretty good, I think. It could be a bit larger. It looks good on my screen. Does it look good? Number one, does it look good on the whatchamacallit? On the YouTube screen? Can you see it on the YouTube screen? I think you can. Okay, that's number one. Number two, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Sound and vision good, says Ruben. Very good. We can hear you, sounds Ian. Brilliant. Okay, so there you go. So Palace won. It was in penalties. There's an undercurrent. I mean, nothing. I mean, I know many Millwall supporters, and they're basically good guys, Millwall people. But basically, most of them are. And, you know, I know a lot of them. But we're going to need the Millwall people because they're going to be the frontline people in our war with whoever we're having a war with. I'm not saying who we're having a war with. But can you see all of this? Can you see me? I don't think you can see it. You can't see it. Maybe I should be further back. How about like that? So you can see this thing. There's a picture of me painting. There's a picture of me when I was 22 years old. Can you see that? There's a picture of my father, my beautiful father, who was FAT. He was fat. I should have fat shamed him even more. I mean, I couldn't shame him because I didn't know what caused fat. And I don't think I do any shaming. This program has been demonetized, from what I can tell. They're not going to send us any money. We have 1,000 people, and people have complained, I guess, about this. Maybe it was Holly who complained. Who knows? Maybe it was Trini who complained. Who else? Maybe there are people who were just watching who were complaining. Let me go to the live chat. I mean, this is what it is. This is the world we live in. We live in I don't want to say what the world is, but the world is not a good world. Right now, the president of the United States is in the country. So I'm really happy. Okay. Someone's improved the sound in the picture. It's fantastic. Everyone give a big round of applause for Hi-Ho Kermit. Okay. Or original G on on Discord. So you've done an amazing job, Kermit. He's not saying anything, but he's done an amazing job. How does that look? So that is brilliant. Hi-ho, Kermit. Fantastic job. And I think there was a couple of days there. Hold on a second. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. I don't think you could have heard. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know. Do we need this thing to be up? Do we need this thing? Claire is here. Thank you, Claire. Warmelian is here. Ian is here. We're up to 26 people. This show is doing so well. I don't care. We've got enough. I spent years performing for 40 people, day after day after day, and I enjoy it. It's just 40 people is enough people to be happy with. And we've got 40 quality people. Vitalized music, I only possess the truth, probably a little bit. So you can hear me. I've got the sound up. If you think it's too loud, tell me. If it starts popping, tell me. Okay? Mormelian says, if I couldn't hear you, I wouldn't have known to say thank you to Kermit. Okay, I can't read everything that everybody is saying. I'm too big a star. I want to thank Maltese Phil for contributing to the Patreon account, which is brilliant because all the people who contributed to the YouTube thing have been asked if they want their money back, I guess. I mean, don't give the money back yet. Who knows what's going to happen? I appreciate it, though. I appreciate every single one of you people. The bloke was stopped outside Windsor Castle today. This bloke, he said, I'm here to cut Mr. Trump's hair. The guard said, have you got a permit? He said, no, just take a bit off the back. What does that mean? Does that mean he's like a monkey or something? Just take a bit off the back? What does that mean, Ian? The fact is, Donald Trump is a great man, and this country would be blessed to have somebody like Donald Trump. Blessed. Instead, there's Keir Starmer. So who would you pick? Would you pick Keir Starmer, or would you pick Donald Trump? The truth is, we're in a debate here, but I should be more objective. I'm not objective. I couldn't do this every single day, and this is our 99th day. It's the 17th of September. Fall is coming, and fall means death is coming. It's death. This is the time of year that causes people to get fat. It might not be a world of it, but it's a country of interfering lefties with nothing better to do than to stick their complaining noses where they're not wanted and not deal with real issues. Unfortunately, the real issues are pretty much all caused by the left. Spending money we don't have is making this country bankrupt, basically. Lewis, okay, says Claire. She says, yes, we can hear you. So thank you very much, Claire. Thank you very, very much. So this show is going to be the best show we've ever done. It's the best show. It's going to be the best show. I've watched a lot of the old shows. We couldn't hear it. The sound wasn't good. I'd like to blame the sound why the shows have not been that good. I'd like to blame the sound, but it's not the sound. It's me. I've been horrible, but you people have stayed with me, and I've stayed with you, and I'm keeping on doing this. And so that's why we're in good shape. Let me move this over here. I think that's better. Is that better? I think I should be right in the center of this thing. Make sure everybody likes this thing. Just do me a favor, go like it. President Trump all the way from me. He is a kind, caring, lovely man. Starmer is a cowardly twit. No. I'm going to say it over and over again. You could write whatever you want to write. The point is that the Starmer is good or bad. He represents Team World. And Team World is not about us or our kids or our family or our town or England or even America. Okay? That's what it is. It doesn't matter. You don't want Keir Starmer to be that good because then he would do horrible things. We are allowed to mention unaliving. Thought we had to say expired or deceased. The leaves have fallen from the tree. Yeah, we aren't. You're saying we aren't allowed to say. Yeah, it's a time of. I don't mean. You know what it is? I don't know what I can and cannot say. I think Shank sent me a list of the words that I could say things like. Instead of saying DEATH, I could say another word. I could say, unaliving, but maybe you can't even say unaliving. Kermit says this is satire, folks. Everything is said in jest. Well, that's also a problem. Yeah, everything might be said in jest. Has to be asked if it's said in jest. But do I have to basically lie to YouTube so that YouTube pays me? Do I have to lie? Do we have to lie to the world? Just to get on in this world? I think we need to stop lying. What I'm saying, I believe a lot of what I'm saying, but a lot of what I'm saying is said in jest, but a lot of it isn't said in jest. But thank you, Kermit. Thank you. Starmer did not show up. in the House yesterday for the fallout about Mandelson. Well, you know, I don't really even understand that. I've actually seen the guy in person. I mean, I don't want to say what he is. I don't know what he is. We don't know what he is. We do not know what Lud comes in. Hello, Lud. He's been a great big financial supporter of this program. So big round of applause for Lud. Shuttled off this mortal coil. Is that a Shakespeare? It sounds like a Shakespeare quote. And so people are going that Starmer is a W word. And the truth is, do you want to have somebody better? If Tony Blair were in charge of this country right now, and he was a really bright guy, would this country be better off? No, be worse off. So Keir Starmer is the best. If you're going to have a Labour team world government, he's the best one to be in charge. Just like Boris Johnson was a horrible one to be in charge because he was like lying to us. Was he not lying? We don't need anybody lying. We do not need anybody lying. Okay, Joe, you're getting another massive hug from Claire. That's what Claire is like loving. She's like loving. Do not say self-unalive or unalive another person. Just unalive. The chat censors it away. Okay, thank you, Warmellian. We got to be careful about what we're saying. You're all helping me. Totally appreciated with all of you people helping me. This is the 99th show. Can you believe it? How many shows have you watched? Blair caused all of our woes. Starmer is a L.I. It's like, yeah. The point is, did he cause all of our woes? No, he didn't cause it, because this socialism, and it's socialism, it's just wafting around the world. We're all being drowned by it, and all the countries in the world, they're either fighting socialism or they're being buried by socialism. Makeshift 101 in the censorship world, yeah. Censorship is one of the byproducts or products of communism. And communism is socialism, and socialism. Thank you, Makeshift 101. Where are you coming in from? Is this a new name for Makeshift 101? Do you have new names every time? I wish you'd keep the same name so I can pretend like I know you. Not that I know you. I'm not paying attention to you. Anyway, so yesterday's I went to see the game with my friend Tristan, who's he's such a lovely guy. That's the problem. He's a lovely guy. And he thought my appearance at the, and I don't want you to get mad at him, because everyone believes this, but he thought I should not have appeared on the march on Saturday. Okay? I don't think I should have appeared. He doesn't think I should have appeared. And the problem is if you don't think I should have appeared, then there's no amount that I could say coming from Blackpool. Hello, Makeshift 101 from Blackpool. I like Blackpool. I've been to Blackpool. If you have to explain what the situation is, why you were at this demonstration, you can't convince anybody. That's the problem. We're living in a country of lies, and America too, a country of lies. You see how they're treating Charlie Kirk's death. It's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. Remember, allegedly, Blair took us to war in Iraq on what he knew would be lies, and many British servicemen lives were cost. Yes, that's totally true, Reuben, but that's not the worst thing that he did. But it is the same kind of thing. It's the idea of like Britain and America and the West. It's about one world, team world. And at that time, George, what's his name? George Bush III, or whatever he was, he believed in that. I'll ask you again, are you all set for tonight, Lewis? Are you excited? The answer to this question is, I'm not set for tonight. I don't know what I have to do tonight. I will go up there, and like everything that I will do, I will wing it. It's a lot easier for me to wing it in front of people. I mean, I'm not one of those people just got to talk. I talk to you. I'm looking at you, Joodles, when I talk to you. So yes, everything is going to be fine for tonight. Who's going to go? Who's going to go to this thing? It's in Balham. It's in Balham. I'll have to check what the address is. If you're interested in going, right after the show is over, you just head over there to Balham. At least I believe there may be tickets there. I would like to go to a museum there, but can't remember which one. FGS. What museum are you talking about? Well, he's got a right to his opinion, I suppose. He doesn't want you on the march? Free speech. With reasons, of course. Well, because they've been told that the people on the march are NAZ, whatever it is. That's what they've been told. They've been told that they're F-ish, whatever. I don't know how to say it. They've been told that they're the good people, and anyone who's there is a bad person. But there are like 2 million people there. Maybe there's 1 million people. They're all bad. I didn't, and then I was watching the news. They said there was violence. I didn't see any violence. These were like lovely, lovely people, probably provoked by the 1,500 to 2,000 people coming in. From the basically probably maybe being paid, or maybe they believe in it. Maybe they believe in it. So that's not good. So Claire C says it's your choice to go wherever you want. You got to go where you want to go. Do what you want to do with whomever you want to do it with. You don't understand. Remember that song? That a boy like me. Okay? It's your choice. Only the left don't understand that it's about their families too, keeping our country prosperous and safe for all of our children and grandchildren. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about. I'm an inherent conservative. Vatanai says globalist leaders are mainly ill. They got off on controlling us foolishly. Some believe it is for the good of mankind. Well, they've been told it's for the good of mankind. But the NAZ, whatever, they also believe it's for the good of mankind. Our leaders fear being left out of the elite club. Starmer licks. Yes, I would say that's true. He wants to be in. So they say, okay, we've got you a top assignment. I mean, I'm that same way too. If you like me, I'll go do something. But he actually believed in this stuff for years and years ago. Years and years ago. What if alt history? What if alt history? Yeah, so that's what it is. Okay, there are 25 people arrested, according to Steve Cuff. 9 from free speech and 16 from the other side. It says it all, considering the numbers of people. The numbers of people. Maybe one day the police will wake up and they'll say what side they're on. Julian is here. Wake up, England. You are free. Free to do what we tell you to do. Yeah, it's kind of like what they're saying. That's what Keir Starmer is saying. I love a Lewis Sing song, says Lorna. Yeah. Okay. So I was at the march, and the march has left a lasting impression on me. These are British people. They're people like you and me. They're not elitists. That's why the elitists hate them, because the elitists are saying, no, you can't have an opinion. We don't want you to. Am I right about that? Am I right? I was a bit worried about going, even though I'm right, W. And I was liberating, because I learned that it's actually absolutely fine, even though I know never to believe anything I'm told. Says Daz, I'm totally with you. I didn't want to go. I mean, it's not even my country, really. It kind of is. It's my kids' country. Okay? If it's about Saturday's rally, only the CUN Tuesdays tore apart a Palestinian flag on stage to a cheering crowd, Lewis. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, they're tearing apart English flags. They're tearing apart Jewish flags. They're doing all that stuff, So, I mean, but we're not, anyway. Joodles. Thank the Lord, he sounds like half a dead rat with a poker up his. Who is this? Who is this, Reuben? Okay, I read recently, Makeshift, that there was a guy who was arrested. I believe he's in jail for saying the F is God. Read that this morning. Who the F? Yes. Yeah, you should be able to say whatever you want to say. I believe that either side. And you can do that in America. I saw black belt barrister. You follow this guy, and he was telling what was available in America, what you could do and what you couldn't do in America. And when I came to this country, I thought it's just like America, only it's not quite like America. It's looks like America, it just doesn't have a constitution. It doesn't have a First Amendment, a Second Amendment, but it isn't. YouTube clip, Douglas Murray with Rita Panaha on Sky News Australia talking about the march. worth a listen. I like Douglas Murray. Thank you, Lud. I'm going to write down Douglas Murray and never look at it again. I should look at it again. Douglas Murray, Australia, Sky. Australia Sky TV is a lot different than Sky TV in this country. I never knew I was a fan of that, Ruben, till you just said I was. What did it was? I love Lewis's sing song too. Yeah, you want to hear? Well, I grew up with songs. Everyone's grown up with songs, but when we were kids in the 1960s, that's all there was. There was music, and if we weren't around music, there was TV. There was no one was carrying around a phone in their hands. No one was carrying around. It's not a big flag. It was a dishcloth. Gazans don't have a flag. Well, Ruben, but that doesn't mean that, whatever. Are you being investigated at RSPCA? Okay, I missed this point. So we got Darklands in the house too in Dullahan. We got new people coming in, and we're up to 37. We're doing this stream is doing. I'm sorry, 43 is doing so well. Do you feel like it's doing well? I'm not doing that well. I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't get enough feedback. I need a microphone saying that was funny. I need a microphone with laughter. Otherwise, I don't think people are laughing. I'm not even laughing. I always end up with a joke given long enough. 44 says Judas, thank you. As long as I'm not interrupted. That's the most important thing in my mind. So I'm at the football game and people are recognizing me, a few people, and they were quite happy to see me. And it was really nice. They were quite happy to see me at Crystal Palace versus Millwall. The number of police were like amazing. There was more police there than there was at the big march. Maybe there was, I don't know, Lewis. Back in the room, some stuff to deal with. What are the stuff to deal with? Tell us what the stuff is. Lewis says, Alan Williams, I think you wasted my earlier comment about Keir Starmer. Do you want to print it again? And I'll try definitely. We're up to 45. We're at good numbers. We're at good numbers. We can't live without you, Lewis. Thank you, Russ. Russ is like the male version of Claire. He's always saying something nice to me, and I totally appreciate it. So big round of applause for Gammy Russ. We are all laughing. We all say laugh out loud, but I don't hear what laugh out loud means. Adam Hudson, good to see you. I think your stream is consistent for the viewers. So I think that's better than viewers being up and down. Yeah, I would. I don't want to sit here and say if I have Shanks has done some really good thumbnails, but I don't want to sit there and have to I rather have what we have now, which is like a club, and we're all kind of members, and we're Alan Williams, 45. Yeah, that's the way I think. I think it's better that way than have hundreds and then not. That would do my head in. It would make me nervous. Wouldn't it make me nervous? I think it would make me quite nervous. How is the sound? Is the sound popping? So what were we discussing? Discussing the football match yesterday, which the truth is that part of the football technique of Millwall is kind of intimidating the other audience. But they're on our team. 47 people watching. That's amazing. I don't believe that. I'm going to have to check that out myself. Kermit. I believe Kermit, but I want to see that in myself. 47 people watching. That's so good. That is really, really good. The sound is perfect, says Claire. Thank you very much. Kermit did an incredible job. So go on to Discord and speak to Kermit. And if you need your sound done, because he's like brilliant. I don't even know if this is his business, but he's helped me out. The football was decent enough, says Judos. Well, you saw it on the TV. But those two Millwall pens were the worst I've ever seen. Yeah. Well, there's not that much penalties in British football. I don't even know if it's an interesting way to end the game, penalties. And if it was 4-2, It was 4-2. Um, it was 4-2. Crystal Palace. So you got to go for it. Lewis and Friends. Okay, you're going to do it on Monday. In fact, are you gonna not eat all day? What time of day are you taking the blood tests? All right, Joe. Let's talk about this for a second. Are you going to fast that day? That's the most important thing, is fasting. Are you DJ Kermit? Kermit says, asked Daz. Women always think they can do a good a job as men, but they can't. They can't. Football's very, and you know what? You're so close to the goal that if you don't, if it is a penalty, if it is a block penalty, you got to hold your head in shame because it's so close. The spaceship landed in front of me, and out of it stepped a 20-foot cream bun. It was one of those extra cholesterols. Okay, that's a good joke, Ian Higgs. A spaceship landed in front of me and outstepped a 20-foot cream bun. It was one of those extra cholesterols. Bring in the cooking spot. You could introduce how not to cook meat without spices and herbs. Yeah, I could do that. I just heat up an iron pan, put a little, I mean, maybe I shouldn't put it, but I put a little beef fat in it, and then I put the beef on it, and I cook it for like seconds, only seconds. No, he's more of a gamer, Kermit is. But he knows, and he knows his shit, and he's very calming and soothing. The picture, the sound, the layout are perfect. You have a nice shirt. Kermit obviously picked that out for you. If he wants to do that, if you want to do that, you could do that. I mean, I don't know if I've got enough clothes. You know, I've got one blue shirt. I used to wear blue shirts all the time. Well, not really. I don't think I did. But thank you, Led, for pointing that out. Vatanai, Lorna asks, Vatanai, he could waft his steak over a candle. Candles are not good because you got the smoke, whatever. I think I saw somewhere that cooking is related. Is people who cook, they're related to all sorts of cancers and something. People who, especially the women who are like right in front of the oven. It's not a healthy thing. Cardigan is in the wardrobe. Don't you mean Carnegie? Carnegie. The cooking method would be perfect for you, for YouTube short. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I could do all that. It sounds like work, but I could do all of that. Ruben, he shouldn't be allowed anywhere near food. Have you seen the crap he eats? Yeah. Have you been on my Twitter page? Have you been here and gone to Twitter at Lewis Schaffer on X? You'll see what I eat. But I'm feeling all right. I'm a little bit tired today. I didn't go to sleep until late. I never do. But I mean, sometimes I do. Why is Judels angry, Alan? Why is she angry? Candles are not good. Yeah, I said candles are not good. They're burning stuff. It's like smoking cigarettes. It's not good. Cooking is smoke coming up in your face. It's not good. It's not good. Why is that in any way contentious, Judels? She just likes the idea that I'm saying something that nobody believes in. And then later on, it may help if you actually listen, did a little research. Or he could flash his bratwurst or wiener over a naked flame. Vatanai, yes, I could. Who would be my naked flame? Maybe Judels or Lorna or Joe could be one of my naked flames. Steve Cuff comes in and says maybe roadkill to go with the roadside vapes. You know what? I could see myself eating roadkill. I'm not as clean as if you look at me, you say, oh, he's very clean. I am clean. You either clean your body or you clean your clothes. My clothes are clean. I wash my hands. How much more do you want of me? The question is, why is anyone not angry right now? The state visit, that's what Watermelon says. The state visit has been glorious to watch. Love a bit of pomp and ceremony. He's not your king, I don't think. He doesn't support this country. I shouldn't even talk like that. He could chase live cows across a field with a fork. I'd watch that. Yeah, maybe. That's me. Yeah, be quite kind of interesting. Same here, you. I have loved watching it, says Lorna. I'll be your naked flame, Lewis. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Claire. One of the other is washed. One hand is not washed, and the other is washed. Maybe I'll just provide commentary on the chat. Why not? Why not? You're quite beloved here, Alan Williams. My dad used to eat roadkill. Well, what is the definition of roadkill? I think you gotta, you know, I mean, what is roadkill? Foxes? Where we are, there are foxes. That's basically it. I don't see any dead dogs here. Like when I was growing up in New York, you used to see dead dog occasionally. I'm not a big fan of him, Charles, to be quite honest. His makeshift shift 101, who comes from the Mad King. Well, if you look at him, he looks like he's got type 2 diabetes. He's got, look at his swollen hands, probably has high blood pressure. Does he drink? He looks like he drinks. And he's converting to a different, I'm not saying what I'm saying. He's your king. Am I allowed to question the king? My ex was a big scented candle fan. I was amazed, Alan Hudson says, how much the buildup of the smoke appeared on the wall the candles were near. It made me wonder how much we inhale. That's exactly true. Candles are not good. And ovens, have you been in a kitchen? And have you seen the stuff in the kitchen? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Ruben comes in and says, all men of a certain age, I guess that'll include me, I'm 68 years old, should wash his balls or have them washed off daily by me. Do you want me to wash them off? Claire says Charles is the WEF king. I would have to agree with that. I can't stand the smell of blown out candles. Yeah, well, why not? What is a blown out candle? It's paraffin and string. It's string. I had a friend who ate roadkill. In the UK, I meant in the US, you hit a deer and elk, and that's fine. Badgers and foxes, not good. I can imagine, they're wandering around. I remember when I first moved to this city, London, 25 years ago, and you did see foxes, but they were very skanky. Is that the right word? They were very thin. They were very horrible looking foxes. And now they look so healthy. Don't they look healthy, foxes? I think they do. Thank you, Hugh Jarrett. Always good to see you, Jarrett. One of my absolute favorite people here. But all of you are quite, I don't think how we can get along without any one of you. People don't show up because they've got kids or whatever, or they just get bored. They come back later and then they get missed. Steve Cuff says, not my king. Yeah, you hope the next one's going to be better because this one looks like he's not going to make it. Hedgehogs are popular roadkill. Yes, deceased dogs used to be a bit more common in the 1970s or 80s. Not really these days. You don't see, says Kermit, you don't see deceased dogs. And Dullahan was the one talking about the roadkill. Hedgehogs. He doesn't seem to favor one religion. Certainly doesn't mind promoting itself with them. He knows the population increase sucking up early. Ha ha. Okay, let's put some punctuation in there, more punctuation. He does seem to favor, one religion. Maybe we could rewrite that. Makeshift 101. The reason candles are not good made me splutter laugh. It's because Lorna made a joke and you took it seriously. Well, what does that say about me, Joodles? I've got a bad sense of humor. I'm not as funny as you think I am. A lot of people say, oh, he's a comedian. Oh, he's going to be a million laughs. I'm not. I'm a creepy guy. A creepy guy who takes everything seriously and that hopes to get out of it by saying it's comedy. But a lot of what I do say, it is. I might say unalive people, but not really. Maybe I won't mean it. The reason okay, yes. Depends on the kill, isn't it? Says Vatnais. One of the doctor cars hit a stag. The front was wrecked. They couldn't get the carcass home. Why not? Well, We have foxes in the back garden, says Darkland. Yes, here too. Here in beautiful Nunhead, part of Peckham. We have so many foxes, but we've got 3 cemeteries. We've got Benchley Gardens Park. We've got Dulwich Park. We've got lots of parks. So it's very green around here, and all the air, all the green space in between. UK column have a great series about about Charlie and his WEF connections, etc., called The Green King. So let's look up that. Everybody look at that and maybe send me the link if you can. Not here. You can't send a link here, but you can send it anywhere else. Kate Quinn is here. Kate Quinn. Kate Quinn. Thank you for coming, beautiful Kate Quinn. She says evening all. Depends what the takeouts you go to. Oh, whether we're eating roadkill. Maybe you're right. Never ever, Lorna, and it makes me laugh every time. Lorna. He doesn't get our jokes. Yeah. I don't get your jokes. I don't get your jokes. What can I do about it, you know? What can I do about it? Oh, look what's happened. They've taken off the timestamp on my feed. Do you see that, Kermit? Have you seen the timestamp? I used to be able to tell what time something was coming in so I could go back to the top. Old Charlie Boy says Ludd is a turkey voting for Christmas. Yeah, maybe he thinks this is what he's got to do to stay, like he's in a holding pattern. We'll let the Muslims come in and they won't mind him being the king of the Muslims. Muslim countries have kings, so maybe he's thinking he's going to be all right. The king exposed for slaughtering his animals halal style. It should be banned along with kosher, says Reuben. I don't think kosher style is unhealthy, is not safe for the animals. The animals got to die anyway. You know what I mean? And do you trust the government of this country? I'm standing up. Look at how thin I am, even though I've gained a pound last night at the football match because I had 2. 51. No, we do not have 51 people watching this stream. We do not. 51. Oh my God, that's amazing. Everyone, give yourselves a round of applause. We're in the 50s. How amazing is that? A lot of badgers are around near my folks' house. Where do they live? Tell us where they live. I hope the foxes don't dig the dead up. Do they dig the dead up? I don't know. Leave it to Southern Council to dig the dead up. We've got a lovely, healthy fox family. Where I live, I see them early some mornings. Yeah, very healthy. Foxes look great now. They used to be skinny and horrible looking, and now they look like $1 million. They look like you can make a jacket out of them. I used to eat pigeon burgers in London 4 years without knowing makes you. I don't know if I could eat pigeons, but you probably could. I eat raw meat. That's what I eat. I eat raw meat. Let me see what we're doing over here. Let me see if this goes over here. If that goes over here. Do you like when I sit like this? I'm not so sure. Tell the king to look at what happened to the royals in Iran. Yeah, Reuben says. That's a good point. I mean, maybe it's not too late for him to change, for him to wake up and say, I only regret I've got one life to give to my country. Who said that? Did Queen Elizabeth I say that? Don't like foxes because they killed off my pet ducks. Yeah. I don't know how foxes and dogs and cats live together. I don't understand that. He lives near Overstree, border of England and North Wales. I know where that is. I have actually maybe been through. Yeah, maybe. That's a great place to live, is it? Is it a great place to live? It's not as rainy as it is further inland, I assume. Oh, wow. Nice to see more viewers. You've worked hard, Lewis, to get this far. Have we worked hard? I don't know. Have I worked hard? Do you think I'm working hard sitting here reading what you're saying? You're working hard. You're sitting there writing this stuff. You're watching this stuff. We're all working hard. I don't know what they're doing. They're all dead. They're eating that and making them big and strong. That all the dead they're eating. Oh, you're talking about the foxes in the cemeteries, Daz. Can we put some punctuation in there? I'm going to get back on the punctuation kick. Let's not get rid of the monarchy. Let's just improve it. How do you improve a monarchy without getting rid of it? You pretend it's not a monarchy like these people? They prevent, your children and us from attaining the heights we need to attain. I shouldn't talk like this. It's not my country, and I want to thank you for letting me talk like this. If you want to have a monarchy, you have a monarchy. One of my sons loves the monarchy, so I'm not going to say which one it is. When my dad was a boy, says Vatanai, his family killed their own animals by cutting the throat. All slaughter was like that at one time. Yes, and they die. They die. It's not a pleasant way to die. How do animals die when humans aren't killing them? Let's talk about that for a minute. How would they die? How do foxes die? They're dead in the road. They're dead in the field. Then it's not a happy way to end their lives. You're working your balls. Thank you very much, Daz. It's very indigenous near Overstreet. Well, right now it is. We'll see what's going to happen. You're working. Okay, I thank you very much, Daz. I mean, whatever this is. I'm going to have to leave the show early at 6:30 because I got to go all the way to Ballin. And I don't know how long it'll take, and I don't want to be late. Lewis, you will love pigeons. They are best almost raw. I cooked mine. That's what Lorna says. Okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe I would. Maybe I would. Then they eat a lot of meat. Don't they eat meat bugs and stuff like that? Once William is king, things will be better, says Kate Gwynn. Who believes that? Let's answer that question. Who believes that William is going to be a better king? Less World Economic Forum, less globalist, less Muslim-y. Who do you think? Do you think that that's the case? Let's answer that question. We'll spend 5 minutes on that question. William needs to step up if they want to keep the monarchy going. It'll come to an end if the next generation doesn't wake up. Okay, that's what Steve Cuff says. Is William going to be better than the king? What's your guess? Okay, whatever, sure. So Kermit says William can't be worse. Surely he can't be worse. Beavers should not be shaved. It's barbaric. Alan Williams, that's a joke. He made a good joke. I think the monarchy has had its day, says Darklands. I'm told it's a little fishy. What's a little fishy? I missed that. What's a little fishy? I don't know if William will be better, says Steve Cuff, but he needs to be. Yes, he does. Somebody needs to fight for this country. Who are the people fighting for this country? Tommy Robinson, who's brave, but is he the leader of this country? Who knows? Who knows? But then again, half the people aren't going to like the new leader because half the people have been basically swollen. Not swollen. They've been taken by the World Economic Forum through the horrible educational system and the church and all that stuff. No way it will be better with any future king, says Adam Hudson. They have a plan and we have no say in their plan. Yeah. Well, you know what? Millwall, no way it will be better. No, so you don't agree with that. Dullan says, I had to double check, but the posh Brits still fox hunt here in Ireland. The irony. Yeah, well, I mean, should they be allowed to fox hunt? That's a good question. That's another question. We'll ask that another time. William is being schooled by Charles to be super green. Him and Kate look good, though. They do look good. Kate's so skinny. Isn't she skinny? She's not fat. So is Camilla. She's not fat. That's why we have to stop being fat. I gained a pound yesterday. A pound. I mean, not a pound, whatever. A human pound. Half a kilo. Because I've just been pigging out. I feel horrible. Do I look fat? Do I look fat? We'll find out. I'm going to ask the people. I'll take my shirt off at tonight's show. Animals dying with us around. It's like Experiment Universe 25. Without death, it all goes wrong anyway. Utopia is impossible. When you say Universe 25, is that the mouse utopia experiment? Is that what Universe 25 is, Daz? Where the F is Cardigan when you need him? That's not his name. That is not his name. He's having the day off today. He's not working. And the other one, the producer, is working. So they're both one is taking a day off and one is not working. I think Cardigan, I think he means one of my sons. That's a good name for a kid, Cardigan. I think Kate could be the person that makes a difference. She won't let William Oh, poo on his own children. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Steve Cuff? Carnegie, Kate. That's what they called him at school. Yeah. Oh, I'm from Cardigan, West Wales. Beautiful town, I think. Cardigan. What about the Cardigans as a band? What about those people? Remember that? Da na na na, da na 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 na. Kate is naturally thin. Nobody is naturally thin, Lorna. No one is naturally thin. You got to fight to be thin. It's so hard. Even like me, I was down to 76.5, and now look at me. I'm fat. I look horrible. Look at the horrible. I apologize to you people. You want me to look as best as I can. So don't, she has 3 children. Do you think she didn't stop eating? She said, I'm just going to eat as much as I want to and I'll be thin? I don't think so. Yes, the mouse experiment. That's right, Daz. Where they were all happy and then it all goes wrong. It's like how we're living now. Yeah, they let too many people in. That's the mouse experiment. They let too many people in and people couldn't escape. Have you know anything about it? I've seen all the videos. That's a brilliant thing, the mouse experiment. It was called Mouse Utopia, Rat Utopia. Lewis, Claire says, you don't look fat at all. You look slim and handsome. Okay, thank you very much. One thing I could say about Claire, she lies to me. And that's, if you girls want to get in with Lewis Schaffer, you just lie. You're so funny. Oh my God, you're so thin. Just keep on going like that. Oh, please sing Long Fool for us. Is that one of the songs? Da-na-na-na. What is the Cardigan song? Da-na-na-na, where they're in... I'm losing my greatest friend. I'm losing my best friend. You've piled on the weight, Lewis, right now. I'm ashamed for you. Lud, don't say that. I just lectured you people to lie to me. Yes. But you know what? They never tell, nobody ever tells anybody they're fat except me. You're fat. You're fat. Even I don't see you and I'm calling you fat. I'm calling them Rockefeller and Vanderbilt. Who is Rockefeller? All the royal children are likely conditioned to believe in their plan anyway, so they will continue their plans anyway. Well, the one who's going to be in charge always is that, like King Charles. The second is always trouble. It's like Prince William and Prince Harry. Harry is like, knows he doesn't have a place, and he's like the bad sheep of the family. In all seriousness, you're hot, Lewis. Thank you, Claire. I prefer Elizabeth I. That's what Kate Quinn says, talking to Gamma. Yes. The only member of the royal family I've ever liked is Henry VIII, because I like the way he never took nonsense. Let's be nice, Russ. I'm losing my greatest friend. Remember that song? When you have children, it's scientifically proven that you know no lyrics anymore. Well, what is the song? How does the song go, Joodles? Maybe that's true. Or maybe I'm just old. I don't feel as smart as I used to feel. I was talking to Kermit today, and he's like talking, and I'm thinking to myself, my God, am I an idiot? Am I an idiot? But the difference between me, the way I am now, and the way I used to be, is I don't mind people thinking that I'm an idiot. You could think I'm an idiot. You can't insult me. It's like with, Trini last night. She's like insulting me. You can't insult me. You call me a loser. How does that insult me? I'm losing. That's the song, Kermit. I'm losing my favorite game. That's a great song. There's a couple of other songs that were just so good. I listened to them millions and millions of times, even recently. Lewis and Everyone. Okay, so there you go. Hello, Joe. Lorna, your hair is beautiful. I want to run my long, thin fingers through it. When I see you, you got to say, hey, I'm Lorna, remember me from the thing. And you say, remember I wanted to run my thin fingers through. And I'll say, please, run your thin. I've never called him an idiot, just for the record. No, you never did. I know you never did. Laugh out loud. Of course you never did. But I'm feeling like I don't, because when someone's explaining what to do with the computer, I used to be quite good with the computer, I don't know Kate Quinn. We don't know where she is. She just came in yesterday. Was that the day before? That was my knee. My knee was here. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Can you stop typing for a second? Stop typing. And then I'm going to go get a glass of water. And then we'll come back and we'll go for the home stretch. Okay? You guys have been amazing. We've had We have, how many people do we have watching this thing? 51 people. We're over 50. That is, how brilliant is that? How absolutely brilliant. 50 people. I don't want to have too many people. Red Knight came in. Trump walked in front of the Muslim king, Charles. A real power move. Yes, 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 Trump. Yes, Trump. Yes, Trump. 57 now. Oh my God. We're setting records. We're setting records. I think that's what you get good sound. Thank you, Kermit. 57 says Kate Quinn. That's brilliant. Anyway, let me have a drink of water. Everybody go have a drink of water. I don't really. Um, Daz, I do the exact same thing. Every name, but the right one, says Lorna. Well, it's good to see Red Knight. That's Red Knight at warning. Sailors take warning, whatever. The audience peaks with the appearance in the chair. Of the chair, yeah, they're like, yeah, when I'm not here. That's what you are saying, you, Jared. When I'm not here, you get more big of an audience. Amazing that it goes up during chair time. Let's not even joke about that. That would destroy me if people said they would rather just have an empty chair. I'm not even going to plant the seed for you to make a joke about it. This is like empty chair situation in the Gestalt therapy. I don't know about that. What would you like to say to the person in the chair? Yeah, it's a good question. What would you like to say to the other person? That is, now we're down to 51. See, it's gone from 57. The sad fact is that as you get older, you lose your edge, Vatanai. That is an actual truth. You see old people like even Donald Trump. I mean, he still has an edge, but he's not as bright as he used to be, but he's great. Kermit says, I'm the youngest of 5 boys. I'd get all 5 names from my mom before she got to mine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not that, and that's the problem with the world is, not, people have one kid, and they can't be seen as being that, they think they're the most important thing. Nice reference to Gestalt therapy, says you, Jarrett. Yes, I don't even know what that is, but it's from the 1950s or something. Any more comments like that, and you'll be my favorite chat contributor. So, who said the Gestalt line? Kate Quinn. Yeah, it's brilliant. Let's do research in Gestalt. Gestalt, right? In Gestalt treatment. I'm kind of having a little bit of a treatment myself. I got a friend of mine who I was talking to. I can't tell you what I was saying because it's like treatment, and and yeah, don't say that, Kate Quinn, please, and don't tell Judas that. Me too. But the point is that we could all use something, something. I don't know what we could all use. I mean, I'm not a big believer in this. My mother went to, psychiatrist for years. I went to a psychiatrist for a year. I mean, it's the belief system that if a little bit of talking makes you feel good, a lot of talking can cure anything. And that's absolutely rubbish. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Who can explain what Gestalt therapy treatment is? Gestapo therapy is an interesting past, says Vatarai. That's true. My grandfather gave his daughters numbers as it was easier for him. Yeah, at least if you recognize your kids, let's say you've got 10 kids. Of course, a few of them are going to die, and a few you're going to, unalive. The chair is the support act. Yeah, it's a good chair. Did I tell you I found it on the street? I find everything on the street. Everything here is found except for my light box, which I just found a wire. Claire went to a psychiatrist years ago. That's really important to know. And what did you learn? Who can explain what Gestalt theory is? Anyone? Not just say it's great that you did Gestalt that, but who can explain it? Or am I going to have to Google it? I'm going to Google what Gestalt, what it is. Um, if it were my brother's names, I'd be suspicious that we need a DNA test. Joodles. So Kermit says, Kermit, who looks like the director, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say what it is. It's quite funny. Oh, holy cows. I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call. Hello? Hold on a second. Yeah, go on.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, hi, good evening. Can I speak with Mr. Lewis Schaffer?
Yes, please.
Oh, hi, this is Chandran calling from Barclays.
Yeah, why?
And just want to advise you that the calls are recorded for the training and monitoring purposes.
I'm speaking to my bank. You go on. I got a friend here. Go on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right, so just one quick thing I wanted to check with you that are you registered for the Barclays mobile banking application?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. So if you don't mind, can you please log on to the app and let me know? Actually, I would like to send you a notification which will prove that I am from Barclays, and then we can continue the call.
Okay. Could I ask a personal favor? Can you call back tomorrow during the daytime?
Yeah, so we will make another attempt. So
Yes, please. Is it really important? Like people stealing money from me or something?
it is important, but if you don't have time, then we can call back later, or again,
Yes.
it's up to you. If you can,
Later,
if you
please.
give me another 5 or 10 minutes,
I can't give you that. I can't give you that.
okay,
Okay.
no worries. In that case, we call back later. That's perfectly fine.
Yes, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Okay. I mean, it didn't seem like it was that important. Put the speaker on. Um no, I mean it didn't seem like a scam. It didn't seem like sounds like a scam. It didn't seem like that. Because he didn't seem like that. He wanted me to hello.
Sorry, we are still connected.
Okay, let me hang up then.
Yeah, can I send you a letter? Would that be okay for you?
Yes, a letter would be better.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, bye.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hold on. I don't know how to turn this thing off. Okay. All right. That was personal. That's one of my banks. I've got many, many, many banks. And it didn't sound as urgent as it could have. It could have sounded urgent. He says he's going to send me a letter. He's going to send me a letter. I mean, did I handle that properly by answering the phone? Maybe I shouldn't have answered the phone. Maybe. Yes. Could you hear where he came from? I mean, there are quality people there, but you can't trust that country. Can you trust that country? Bonobo time. What does that mean? The bank telling Lewis that they had closed his account because of his political beliefs. Wow, that could happen. That could happen. Maybe they'll declare war on me. Maybe people are already declaring war on me. Maybe I'm going to be a politically exposed person or something like that. That could be the case. You know, I mean, I'll just move back home. Maybe I won't move back home. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. Move your money outside the UK, so Reeves can't get it. Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. Farage had to call from the bank, and look at what they did to him. To Farage, Steve Cuff says, yes, that's true. Can't believe Lewis took a scam call live on the air. Well, why not? I want to be as whatever I am. What am I? We got 48 people watching. I'm a Nigerian prince and I need some money to unlock my vast fortune. You know what? If it wasn't for Nigeria, I'd get no emails at all. So he's going to send me a letter. Red Knight, do you filter your water, Lewis? No, I do not filter the water. Should I filter the water? A lot of. Should I filter the water? That's what Red Knight asks. I know. I just eat. It's from the tap. I mean, it's probably bad. Dodgy phone call, Lewis. Just check your account online to see if it's okay. He wanted to do that. He wanted to send me a message to my phone to prove that it's him. He wanted to send it this way. Okay. Oh my God, my thing just came up here. Okay. What's this thing here? So it's a good question. No, we don't have that kind of money. She borrowed it from lots of people. This is Steve. This is Daz. Steve, speaking to Daz. Warmelian, you should have plugged your show while you were taking a scam call. At least get him to like and subscribe. That's true. Can we all like and subscribe? How many people do we have liking this show? We've got 48 people online. How many people are liking this show? Can you answer the thing? This says no, 26 people only. We should have 50, we should have 40, 50 people liking the show. Liking the show. Do not click anything, Lewis. It's an effing scam. This is what Judel says. And I tend to believe what Judel's. Tap water is chemical soup. Yeah, well, what would you drink, Lud? I basically agree with that. I agree with that. It is chem, but I'm a bit old, so I'm not. I would filter water if I lived in London. It's 99% P. That's true, but what's wrong with P? Here's the answer from Dullahan in Ireland about Gestalt therapy. Is a type of psychotherapy that focuses on the here and now, builds self-awareness of thoughts, feelings, and actions, and encourages Folge to take responsibility, encourages maybe people to take responsibility for their choices. Well, I don't know whether you heard me speak about responsibility, but I believe in personal responsibility. I believe you got to say, for whatever bad happened, you can't just say it was the government that did this to me. You got to say, maybe I was stupid for trusting the government. Maybe it's 5% my fault or 10, whatever. There you go. Yes, all water, says Donna Aylesbury, and I agree with Donna in most things, should be filtered either through reverse osmosis or distillation. Yes, folks, it says FOLJ, folks, encourages folks to take the responsibility. Thank you, Dolan. That sounds reasonable. If it wasn't for Nigeria, I'd get no emails at all. Well, that's a joke. Yes, that's a joke. Adam Fish have changed sex. Fish have changed sex because of that. Yeah, I can believe that they have. Especially here in London. You know, the water's taken from the Hudson. It goes up to the top of the hill. It goes down. It gets taken. It gets down. You should also stick from a copper cup. It makes a massive difference. Stick. You mean drink, Donna? Do you mean drink or stick? Yeah, if you tear up the flag, take responsibility. Yeah, take responsibility. And sometimes I don't. I hope they're not gonna rule me out. They're not gonna rule me out. Maybe I could be known as a person who has been canceled. And maybe I'll get more people listening to me, more nice people. People like you who want to listen to this. And maybe I won't. Maybe people will come online and they'll be bad people. I don't know what to do. I'm in an awkward position. I've done this for 99 shows. And I was expecting a lot of people to watch. But I think this is the best I can do, considering. Maybe if I had more people and we had a studio with lights coming in, it could be more like Mark Dolan. Well, I could never be like Mark Dolan. He's great. Mark Dolan's great. I could never be like Nick Dixon because he's great. I can't be like those people. And that's what makes me great. What does it affect? London Water on average has 250 million parts of SHI. Boo. Is that true? It probably is true. What does that mean? Per million. That's like, you know what I mean? Everything is dirty. Yes. Fluoride also affects the central cortex of the brain. Is there fluoride in London water? Is there fluoride? Good point. Donna, is there fluoride? 98 and a bit, right? We're not done. This is not a 98th complete show. Keith Bexley, you're totally right. This is turning into one of the best shows that we've done. Maybe because I'm wearing a nice shirt. Maybe because I've got the thing in the back here that you should go to Twitter and make sure you're following me on Twitter. Okay? Maybe because I've got a million different lights here. Can you see the lights I've got? I've got lights. I've got more and more lights. 99, yeah. People say that fish have had sex in water, as if that's a bad thing. It just makes it sexy water. Yeah, maybe that's right. I mean, my diet is about, I am 80% good. 80% good. My water is not that good. My meat is good. I eat fruit. I ate a piece of bread. It's not that great. So are we going to have a cake and some candles tomorrow? No. We've got to work. I think Donna Aylesbury, she's going to be part of the Lewis Schaffer Health Cult team as a trained certified Lewis Schaffer Health Cult trainer, or doctor or professor or something. What do you want to be called, Donna? Yeah. I eat a lot of bad food. I do eat ice cream occasionally. I do eat bad food. But I eat red meat. Like this morning, I had 6 raw egg yolks. I had 160 grams of raw meat. I had some Parmesan cheese. I had some butter. I had cream and coffee. Well, I didn't have it this morning, but normally I do. So that's what I'm eating. What are you guys eating? Can we do one of those cruises like Mark Stein does? No, that would take too much organization. And he's one of those people, Mark Stein, he's one of those people. He looks like, I don't know whether he has any money, but there are people who are very competent people. I'm not that competent. You want competence? Leo Kurz is competent. There's lots of competent people. But how many shows do you see that are like this? Where the actual host, or whatever I am, understands that he's a wreck of a man. Am I not a wreck of a man, Jules? I'm a wreck of a man. I had 3 Pims and a tiramisu. I've had like 3 tiramisu. Yes, but I admit it. That's why I said my diet is about 80%. You should have seen my diet years before. I just used to live on lasagna from Tesco's, marked down discount lasagna. I didn't know any difference. I used to love it. I used to love lasagna. Or I'd make pasta with the tomatoes. That stuff cannot be good. Okay, yeah. What we were talking about, I looked off into the sky when I was thinking about the great food that I ate. I'm asking people not to eat that. Decalcifying the pineal gland. Say what? Who said that? I've never said that, but that's what... there's a way of not paying for water if they cannot prove that they are providing drinking water. Oh, that's one of those things that people do in America. How can I pay taxes when it says in the Constitution, blah, blah, blah? And I'm not fighting that. Lewis, I've eaten a lot of crap today. I'm getting thinner, though. Well, thin is very important, but at some point, you've got to worry about what you're actually eating. We all need self-will, says Darklands, and control when it comes to what we eat. That's exactly right. You are also right on Lewis Schaffer's page. It's so hard. Like yesterday, I had 2 pints of Strongbow at the match. I had a huge chicken, what do you call that? A chicken wrap from the kebab shop. Okay? Kermit is I'm about to have a sausage, but you're thin, but try not to. I mean, a sausage a bop, which is basically, it's like a bad roll, a bop. I'm not sure where that's slight, is there a slight echo coming? Can you hear an echo? Who else can hear an echo? Okay. Maybe I'm screaming. Maybe I've got the sound set. It's a bit. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lower the sound. How about that? Is that better? I'm lowering the sound. Maybe I can tell you what it could be. Not that. We've done an amazing job today. Okay, let's get back on track. What were we discussing that we need to finish talking about? Because that's the most important thing, that we talk in segments. I get a little carried away. Were we talking about the water? Is London drinking water good? And if it's not good, what can we do to make it better? Donna, my body needs to be a little less bitter. I don't think so. Kate Quinn. If food is in the packet and has more than 5 ingredients, it is going to kill you. First of all, if food is in a packet, it's going to kill you, whether it has 1 ingredient or 5 ingredients. I mean, maybe yeah, probably you're right, but Donna, yeah, you could, I go with that. Or it's I lost my train of thought. I mean, if it's plant-based, do not eat plant-based foods. You know, like I've been bad today. I had a piece of bread, a big, thick, about this size bread. So it was about 55 calories. And I had this much, tiny little bit of Nutella that's my son brought, one of the sons brought, put it in the refrigerator. It literally just started, Lewis, like a sort of tunnel. No, lowering the volume isn't better. Sorted. Turn it back up. Okay. It says on the audio input thing that it's going quite high. Video capture, alert box. Oh, maybe it's this. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't know why this one's on. How about this? How does it sound right now? Does it sound? We're gonna do a test in about 10 seconds. I'm gonna be talking, and can you tell me whether you hear any feedback? Because the most important thing is a good, clear sound. So thank you, Joodles, for that. I mean, I wouldn't say thin, but okay. Whatever you just did took the echo away, but turn the knob back up. Okay, I'm going to turn myself back up, lowering. Okay, who had the pineal gland on their bingo card today? I don't even know what the pineal gland is, Lewis. Somebody sends a message to me. Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much for that nice message. Is everything in moderation? Is everything in moderation not a more enjoyable way to live, though? No, it's not. It isn't a more in moderation. How many plastic bags do you want to eat? How much fluoride do you want? Have a little in moderation. No, we want to eat what's the absolute best food for us, as if we're on an ancestral diet. I mean, yes, you have to deny yourself. This is the thing, Kate. Don't Who doesn't agree with denying yourself? What the F is Nutella? Come on, Lewis. That's the pits. Yeah, it is the pits because it's not even made with the. It's made with the oil. What kind of oil is that? It's made with the. Um, what kind of oil is Nutella made with? It's made with the um, palm oil. You need to put your audio on autopilot. Why is that? Why do I need to do that, Daz? You sound like you're next door. Okay, why is that? Why did this suddenly happen? Okay, the mic auxiliary is on. Is it quiet? I'll make it a bit louder. Turn up the volume. There is no. Do you know what? You're screaming, turning up the volume. There is no volume to turn up. Maybe something turned off. I've got the mic, the desktop audio. I don't know if I want to pump up the volume, bomb the bass, do Kermit. Kermit's a hipster. He's not that old, but he's I can't read the chat and lip read. Can you turn the volume up a bit? There's been no change done. No change. So why would it suddenly go away? Why would it suddenly go away? Okay. Sourdough bread is basically the only bread that can be eaten very good. They can be eaten, period. Donna, you still have to follow the rules, which is we've got to have a punctuation in order. It's very good for pregnant women. It can also help for future generations against breast cancer. Maybe. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't think we're not meant to be eating plant babies. Okay, is it back to normal? Would you say it's back to normal, Kermit? Okay, good. Ouch, that's better. I put the audio input capture on. So if someone can remember that the audio input capture on, and I lowered it a bit so it doesn't get all crazy. Okay, it's back, the sound. Okay. Ruben points out that it's palm oil that's in Nutella. So what have we decided about fluoride? Fluoride. Do you know fluoride is Florida on an E. What do we use to purify our water? Water should not be purified. You need the electrolytes in it. How is sourdough made? What makes it different from normal bread? It's because the bread is fermented beforehand. It's similar to, I imagine, and maybe Donna can explain this better than I can. It's similar to why is sauerkraut better than cabbage? Because it's fermented. It's fermented. One hand is not, both hands. I have to wash both my hands. It is the bread you need to have a starter. You need to have a starter kit. Yeah. It has to have a starter. That's the bread. I don't make it. It's made at a restaurant in town. My son brought it back. He's lovely. He's lovely. He's lovely. Okay. So have we answered that question enough? It's like listening to your neighbors over the fence. Oh, that's better. Okay. I just filter it with a Brita carbon or something. Is that what you do? A Brita, it's carbon. I've heard bad things about Brita filters. I've heard it doesn't do much. That's what I've heard. Fluoride is a byproduct of making aluminum. I wonder if they sold it as beneficial because there was nowhere else to dump it. But in the water, says Judels. That's quite believable. I would say that is really, really believable. Everything is a byproduct of everything else that they need to find a place to dump it. I don't want to have fluoride. I've stopped brushing my teeth because one of the reasons is there's fluoride in the toothpaste. Only 5 ingredients in sourdough bread. Read the label. One, some rubbish. Can we work on our punctuation, Donna? I love you. You know I love you. I want you. I love you. But I want us to have, there's not enough punctuation in that sentence. A lot of times I think, Donna, is that sourdough bread at the supermarket may not be real sourdough bread. I used to make sourdough, but I can't be arsed now. Why not? I drink rainwater from a ditch, says Lud. Are you saying that as a joke or seriously? You know, maybe that's what we need to do. No need for toothpaste, that's for sure. It's a gimmick. Kate, I'm with you. I'm with you, Kate. It's a complete rubbish thing. If you lower your carbs, you will not get calories. Aluminium, Lewis. You're not in Yankland anymore. We did win the language war. You know that. You know you're just trying to get into an argument, Joodles. We did. The truth is I do not brush my teeth. And my teeth are not falling out. Maybe finding grit to brush teeth would be better, more abrasive. You don't need abrasiveness. What do you need abrasive? You know what I use? I use red beef. If you use red beef, it clears the skin enough. Steve Cuff, so don't worry. Am I right? Do you agree with that? A-I-O-minium. Speak English, says Ali. There you go. The two of you, Joodles and Alan Williams. Bad people, bad. Fight me. Yeah, I'm going to fight you. You didn't win. America, Britain exactly won because we're speaking English, and that language, you can still understand British English around the world. Not quite as good as you can understand American English. You can add You can add everyday rainbow salts back into distilled water, filtered water, but that's not everything. You need not just you. I mean, I add magnesium. I don't add magnesium. I take a magnesium pill. I think you've overdone the spelling, Joodles. No one cares about the spelling. You're right, Steve Cuff. I'm doing 5 other things, Lewis. Punctuation is not the top of my list at the moment. But I think you need to speak because you need to communicate with me, and I don't understand if you don't put the punctuation in. And I might not read it if you don't put the punctuation in because I think, oh my God, it's making me seem like I can't read when I'm very well educated, Donna. So please, I'm asking you, please, I'm begging you, please. I spotted that after too, Steve Cuff. What did you spot? The fluoride water because of the Heliobacter pylori, which causes ulcers and diarrhea. They fluoride water because the Heliobacter pylori, which causes ulcers and diarrhea. I think that that's a lie. Maybe a lie is too strong a word. I don't think water needs to be. If you're healthy, you can eat dirty stuff. You can be like me. You can pick rubbish up in the street. We're going to stop the show at 6:30, everyone. Okay? So let's all get our last guest in. I think this has been the best show ever. So I want to thank each and every one of you. How many people do we have watching this thing? We're up to 38 people. We've had over 50 people. What is amazing about these shows, okay, let's talk about what's amazing about these shows, is number one, is that we've basically had people watching the entire thing. It hasn't dropped down too much. It's been so good. All you people have coming back for more, so I get to speak to you. All the people, you get to speak to your friends in here. You've got friends. Okay. So that's amazing. Number two, 51 people. That's a really good number of people. That's a really, really good number of people. So I want to thank you for that. I want to ask you as a personal favor to me and to all the other people in this group, because we want to make the Lewis Schaffer Fat Shaming Health Club group successful, is go to the like, do the thumbs up. Please do the thumbs up if you can do the thumbs up. Okay. Thank you, Donna. Says a distillery will only cost about 80 pounds. Type something in now because in 8 minutes I'm gonna shut the whole thing down. So press the like. If you can press subscribe, that would be appreciated as well. That would be appreciated as well. You did a really good job with the sound. You were right there. There's a bit of a delay from when I'm speaking to when you hear it. So in the past, I've gotten a bit frustrated and it wasn't very loving of me. But I want to say thank you to you people for being understanding. And I want to apologize to you people if that you can buy a distillation outfit, says Donna, for 80 pounds. Seems a bit high, but who knows? Maybe that'll work. So thank you very much. I want to thank. So if you can't join the YouTube thing right now, but maybe you could send a small contribution via PayPal, a one-off thing. I was going to sign up for Ko-fi. Sorry, Kermit, which I did not do, but I didn't sign up for it, but I should. Or whatever that buys somebody. Copper is good. Hence, we used to have all copper pipes in UK houses. Now a lot have plastic. Probably right. Oh, Discord. Can you all see the Discord thing? Thank you, Steve Cuff. I did not put the Discord thing. I'm going to get the link for the Discord. Can you all join the Discord? That way you can talk to people if you've got a question. Maybe you'll feel let down afterwards. You'll say, oh, I want to talk to somebody. Please, I want to talk to somebody. Well, you can go into Discord. You can go on my YouTube. How about the YouTube thing? How about that? How about YouTube? Not YouTube, Twitter, or X, as we call it. How about going there? Okay, this is a 7-day link. go to the 7-day link. Okay, so we've got that. X. Go to the X. Can you see the X? Can you see the X? Can you see the X? I'm watching myself do the talking. Can you go to Patreon? Patreon. That's another good way. Throw me £5, price of a drink, whatever. 10 pence a day. Whatever that is, that's 10 pence a day is quite good. If we don't spill properly, the troop will look like a community Facebook page where people say it's not allowed, and the car is parked wrong. Okay, I get the joke. All the misspellings. Thank you very, very much for Vatanai Music. Put your Patreon and PayPal links up. I think they are up. If you go to the where it says more, there's Patreon, and then there's Discord, and then this is okay. There we go. Let's see if this thing works. There's the PayPal. Okay, there's the PayPal. So that's right. Can you see the link for PayPal? PayPal me/Lewis Schaffer. Okay. It felt like a fairly safe show. It did. I don't think I said I said that I don't think he was a good king. That's not right. That's not right. Then I could get into trouble. There's the Discord group. Go into Discord. Go into Discord. That's brilliant. Let's see what else we have. There's Patreon. This is not like the olden days where it was hard to like send people money, send a postal money order, whatever it is. It's not like that. It's still not easy. Okay. So we've got 2 minutes. I don't want to leave, but I made a promise to this guy. Is this bad that I'm leaving right now? Is it bad? Is it bad? No, I don't think it is bad. Is it bad? Is it bad? Proto is here. This is why I don't want to leave, because people come in late. I mean, I can't do 4 hours. That's like too much. I can't even do 3 hours. I mean, I'm doing all right now, but you get a bit tired, as you understand. The chat latency, is that right? We should check the chat latency. Latency. Okay, we'll do that. Thank you very much, Jules, for pointing out the chat latency. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lorna. So, thank you to everybody here. I'm going to just think about each and every one of you. Adam Hudson, fantastic. Steve Cuff, Joodles, of course. Ohio Kermit, who's helped me out, making sure we've had sound. There was a moment that I thought, holy cow, we don't have sound. Well, we'll do the latency. Maybe the latency is too far behind. Okay. We've got Donna, who is a certified Lewis Schaffer, whatever you are. You know your stuff about the health things, and that's really important. Dullahan, who explained the Gestalt thing, I do appreciate that. Warmelian and Kate Gwynn, brilliant. Daz, and maybe I'm being demonetized. Maybe they're going to take me out off of the demonetization, and if basically, maybe that's what they need to do. They need to demonetize people as they give away all of Britain's money. Maltese Phil is here. Ludd, amazing support for Lewis Schaffer, which I do appreciate. Amazing support. There you go. Hugh Jarrett, brilliant. Claire was here. So we're all doing really well. Lucy said hello to me, so she's doing well too. Okay, is that it for everybody? Is that it? Anybody want to add something? If you want to add something, add something. Daryl, who's a woman. Daryl, great job. Thank you, Daryl. Have a great night yourself. Have a great night to everybody. And that's our show. Let's wave goodbye, everybody. We'll see. If you want to re-listen to this, go to Twitter at Lewis Schaffer. Go to Twitter at Lewis Schaffer. At Lewis Schaffer. Can you see that? At Lewis Schaffer. You go to Twitter. I hope so too. Thank you, Ruben. If you can, Google Lewis Schaffer MAGA show. Have a great show. Thank you, Carmen. Maybe I'll record it or something. Maybe I can't. I don't know what I'll do. Okay, brilliant.